Welcome to the Numerology and Astrology for April 1st, 2022. If you add all those numbers together, you get the number 11. And if you add the 1 and the 1 together, you also can get the number 2. The number 11 is a number of overview and perspective. It is about looking down and seeing things from a higher perspective and taking an assessment from an objective viewpoint. The number 2 is the number of toxic stress, negativity, and we are filled with a world that is full of toxic stress and negativity. And these numbers are tricky to work together because it's so easy to get pulled down into the negative, which is the number 2, and criticizing people and finding fault. And boy, there's a lot of that going on at the moment. And it's hard to stay in a place of perspective, objectivity, discernment, overview, clarity, in the middle of navigating a world that's filled with a lot of toxicity. So the number 11 asks us to uplevel in the areas of self-care and self-awareness, and they are not separate. We live in a world filled with toxic stress, the number 2, and toxins swimming in the air, and unfortunately toxins on our earth. And information out there is so hard to navigate and have clarity on from an objective position, which is the number 11. It's important to periodically do things that are cleansing, and I mean cleansing of the mind, body, and the soul. After all, they are all interconnected. When my mind is clear, my body is calm. When my mind is afraid, my body shows the stress in illness and dysfunction. They cannot be separated in this reality. My body has been the one thing that has consistently shown me when my spiritual self and my body were not in balance. When the mind is toxic, the body has a hard time releasing the tension and energy. So these last few days, I have started a cleanse. Now, on this number 11 day, which is also called an overview day, I notice that I'm feeling better already. It's amazing how much the stress in our current world impacts our body and can change our internal chemistry. That is why some forms of detox are so helpful occasionally. That bombardment of external stress through the media and the news can tear down our mind, diminish our light, and break down our health. Today is a good day to look at your life with a healthier overview. Look to meditation, exercise, and herbal concoctions that allow the organs to release stored toxins. I have found that as I age, what my body needs is different. What worked for me when I was in my 20s does not work for me in my 60s. That is why I must learn to listen deeply to those instinctual whispers telling us to take more care of this physical vehicle that allows us to navigate this wonderful adventure. Use the overview and insight of the number 11 to see into the negativity of the world, the number 2, and step away from those things that are not giving us the balance for us being capable of being our best self. The astrology today. The Aries moon is putting us on high alert, and we are at the moment of the new moon. This brings a change in the air and shifts in initiative. Courage comes when we recognize that that there are external situations that want us to move towards obvious denial and deception. Stay as aware as one can in this current world that will continue to try to distort the truth and the reality. Expect to be evaluating many things that have needed our attention, but we had put to the side. Today is a perfect moment to open that closet and go through what we have been avoiding. I find when emotions are stirred up, it is wise to move from a constructive mental framework. I also find that doing something that requires effort and a bit of physical energy, exactitude, and discernment can help me stay on track and away from those emotional patterns that are currently being used to keep us off center. We are learning that regardless of what is happening, being authentic in concerned and kind ways will always be a better choice. It can be difficult to feel comfortable in our skin today. Mercury and Chiron are set to help us find the strength and awareness to keep going regardless of the situations that continue to be delayed and distorted. Mars and Saturn are working their way towards giving us the follow-through and determination that is going to be required of us for the next few months. The Sun and Chiron continue to show us that there are many things that will require us to work together to fix, and that everyone is going to need to help if we are to make a long-lasting shift in this reality. So many are coming together to help and assist those in need right now. Those that perhaps were unsure of their purpose are now moving with more confidence and direction. Insecurities evaporate when the need is greater than our fears. In such times, there are clearly small things that each person can do that will cumulatively make a difference when we allow ourselves to step forward. That is how we build confidence slowly and steadily. Venus and Mercury will semi-square, and that can make some mistakes happen, so double-check things before you leap into action. One might feel as if we are second-guessing ourselves. Try less thinking and more heartfelt connecting instead. And remember to let minor things go. Emotional situations cannot be rationalized at this time. Health and happiness are at the root of this moment. Harmony and honesty work together to help us focus. Appreciating and listening are essential for our world to find peace. Thanks, everyone.